friends. I hope you are well. Welcome back to another video, or welcome if you are new. I'm a little late to the party as usual. I am obviously aware that we are now mid-July, and I've seen a lot of people do their, what do they call it, the mid-year freak out tag, whatever it is. And I really loved watching those kind of videos, and I thought I would do my own take on it. I'm not going to do the exact concept of the video. I'm not going to answer all of the questions or anything like that, but I'm really sorry, by the way, if you can hear my neighbours shouting, because they're just so noisy, and I've got my windows open, but it's too hot to have them closed. It is also England are playing. It is the final, and we are literally between just having the break before the second half starts. So if you hear lots of noise or shouting or anything like that, I apologise, but I need to film this video and I want to do it now. So I am basically going to take you through my mid-year kind of stats. That's what I'm going to do. So I'm not going to jibber jabber on anymore. Let's get straight into it. So I am only going to talk about the books that I have read, or I'm only going to give you my stats, should I say, from January to June. As I said, we are obviously kind of midway through July now, but I'm just going to give you from January to June. So in that time, so far, I have managed to read a total of 90 books, which I am super impressed with, and I'm very pleased with. My actual reading goal for the year is 110 books, so I am very close to obviously reaching that goal. Last year I think I managed to read 130 books in total, and my goal was 100. So I just upped my goal by 10 this year, just to see kind of what I could achieve and where I could go with it. So yeah, I have read 90 books so far in total. I'm going to put my stat box kind of up here, and you'll be able to see everything. So it works out that I have read a total of 28,867 pages so far. And that works out that my average rating so far is 3.8, and that was my average rating for last year. So I'm excited to see where that's at by the end of the year. Obviously I'm seems to be that my rating star is kind of on track as where it normally is. In amongst those 90 books, I have had 14 5-star reads so far this year. And I'm really pleased with that. I've had some really good books on my radar, and even some of the books that didn't quite make it to 5 stars, some of the 4s and 4.5s, they've just been fantastic, and I've been having a good time. You know, and that's what we're here for. We're here for a good time. So I thought I would give you some more stats, break it down. So I have, if we break it down into genres, which you'll see here, I have read the genre that I've read the most of, sorry, if I could get my words out. I'm sorry, I've got my notes down here because I can't do this all from memory. So I have to have my notes. So if you see me looking down, that's what I'm doing. Surprise, surprise, the category that I have read the most books, the genre of books that I've read the most of is thriller. And I've read 39 thrillers so far. Then we have romance, which is at 25. And then we've got fantasy at 19. And then I've added in just a few other ones. I've read one horror book this year. 2 memoirs, 2 middle grade, and then 2 other books that I just didn't really know what category to even put them in, so I've just put them as other. And that all there brings up my total of 90 books. We're not surprised that thriller is the top, because obviously I am a thriller girly at heart, and most of my physical TBR is thriller. And then I thought I'd also break it down then as well, because I like to read mixed media, as they say. I like to switch it up a little bit. I do physical, ebook and audiobook, and yes, everything counts, even audiobooks. So I have read a total, or listened to a total of 20 audiobooks so far this year. I have done 31 physical books, and my biggest category so far has been ebooks, and that's 39. So I have obviously been reading more on my phone, which is fine. I think I did a lot of that. I had a couple of months where I was really slumping. I'd say probably kind of March, April, May-ish, those kind of months were quite slumpy for me. I'm still not reading as fast now as I would normally, but I think again that's probably more to do with the fact that I work full-time, and back in March my role changed, I got a promotion, and obviously I'm a lot busier. But obviously lost my this is what happened, completely lost my train of thought. So I was obviously picking up books more on my phone, just because I wasn't in the mood to pick up physical books, but I am slowly starting to pick up obviously more physical books. I've done a couple of vlogs recently, which I've really enjoyed. So hopefully I can stick to more physical for the rest of the year, because we all know that my physical TBR is kind of out of control. I'm sure it's close to 300 books. I wouldn't even want to hazard a guess. I did do my entire physical TBR. I did that video, but then since that video I think I've added more books, so hence the reason I'm on a book buying ban. But that's where I'm at. That's my stats so far from January to June. I'm obviously really excited to get to the rest of the year as well. I thought I would talk about the worst books that I've read so far this year, and the 2 that stand out, they are obviously the lowest rated books for me so far, and that's The Cottage by Lisa Stone. I gave this one a 2-star. Again, I'm really sorry for my neighbours. I gave this one a 2-star. I spoke about this in, I can't remember what month it was, in one of the wrap-ups that I did. I was in the story and I wanted to know what was going on, but I just didn't enjoy it. It wasn't what I thought it was going to be. It was all a little bit, I don't even know how to describe it, but I did not enjoy that book whatsoever, and I would not recommend it. Luckily I read that on my phone, and it was part of like the Amazon Prime, so it was free. I didn't pay for that, because I would have been really disappointed if I'd have paid for that book, I'm not gonna lie. And then the other one I also read that was part of the Amazon Prime as well, and this one was called Love at First Sight, and it's by Phoebe McLeod. I'm not sure how you pronounce her name, I'm very sorry. This was my first book by her. The premise of the book intrigued me. I thought, this could be cute, this could be a nice little palette cleanser, and it wasn't terrible, and it would have been like an average kind of, it was sitting at an average 3-star, but But I'll be honest, the main character, the main female character, she annoyed me so much. And the third act conflict was just, it was pointless. It was absolutely pointless. Like, the whole thing could have been avoided, and it was just stupid. So I bumped it down to a 2.75. So those two are probably the worst books of the year so far. I have had a couple of DNFs. I don't even remember what one of them was about. Like, it was fine, and I think I actually read most of it. I probably read up to like 80 something%, maybe 90%, and I was just like, I just don't care. I don't care about these characters. It was by Jane Lovering, I think, or something like that. Again, it was an Amazon Prime one. But it's funny because I read another one of her books, in like a physical book that I had of hers earlier on in the year, and I really enjoyed that one, and I gave it 4 stars. But this one, I just genuinely didn't care. I just didn't care about these characters, so I just put it down. I was like, I don't care how it ends, and I DNF'd it. And then I think very, very early on in the year, I'm sure this was in January, I tried to read Hooked by Emily McIntyre, I think her name is, and it just was not for me. And I DNF'd that. I think I read about 3 chapters. Yeah, maybe about that. And it just wasn't for me, so I DNF'd it. And then I also DNF'd my very first James Patterson. I have never in my life DNF'd a James Patterson. He is my all-time favourite author. I have 4 whole shelves dedicated to him. This was a really, really old one of his. It was called Hide and Seek. And I started reading it, and something happened quite early on, and it made me feel sick. And I was just like, I can't get past this. I can't read a book knowing this happened, knowing this might have an impact on the rest of the story. No, I just couldn't do it. So I DNF'd it, which I'm really proud of, because I don't like to DNF books, but I am really proud of the fact that I have DNF'd a few this year. So those are probably the worst books that I have read so far for the year. My best books, so 2 of them two of them were audiobooks, and I'll pop them up here. The first one, of course, was Last Devil to Die by Richard Osman, part of the Thursday Murder Club. This book was fantastic. I sobbed. I just love these characters. I really hope he does more, and I'm very, very excited for the fact that they are now making the film, and I'm intrigued to see how the actors portray this group of old age pensioners that we absolutely adore. So that was one of my favorite ones. You would have also seen recently, or if you haven't, please go back and watch it. I did reading popular fantasy books, and in that video I had 3, I mean, this is going to spoil it, but it's fine. I had 3 5-star reads, and of course that was Powerless by Lauren Roberts, Divine Rivals by Rebecca Ross, and Assistant to the Villain by Hannah Nicole Maher. Absolutely loved all 3 of them for different reasons, and I need to read the next books in all of those series, because they were just phenomenal. They blew me away. And the final one that I chose in this kind of little top 5, because I couldn't pick just one, it's impossible. The last one I chose is The Institution by Helen Fields. So far this year, I have read 4 Helen Field books. And out of the 4, 3 of them have been 5 stars. I didn't enjoy the last one I just read. I didn't enjoy as much as the others, purely because the ending frustrated me and it was not the ending that I wanted. Other than that, that was 4 stars. It was still good. Really, really good. I just love her writing style, and I cannot wait to just devour everything that she brings out. But The Institution in particular blew me away. I listened to the audiobook of it, as I was saying, and it was just phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. On another note, I've also, so far this year, I have managed to finish three trilogies. So the first trilogy that I've managed to fit in this year is the Cruel Prince Folk of the Air trilogy by Holly Black. It was good. It was good. It didn't blow me away. I think for me, it was, the first one was 3 stars, second one was 3.5, and then the last one was also a 3 star. The second one was definitely my favourite. I didn't expect to enjoy it as much as I did, but like I said, it still, to me, it wasn't amazing. Then I've also managed to finish the Frankie Elkin series by Lisa Gardner. There are currently only 3 books out. I'm presuming she's going to bring out more. I hope she does, because I really, really love Frankie Elkin. I love her character. We follow her. She is just an average woman, and she kind of floats about, moves from place to place, and what she does is she finds missing people. Missing people that the police are no longer looking for. And I've just really enjoyed all 3 of them so far. The first one was 4 stars, second one was 4.25, and the last one was 4.5 stars. Really good series, really great characters. All 3 of these I've listened to on audio. And I do have another series of Lisa Gardner's that I've got on my physical TBR that I'm actually really excited to get to now. So hopefully more of those will come out. And then the final trilogy that I've read and completed so far this year is The World of the Narrows. So that's Fable, Namesake, and The Last Legacy. Again, I was not expecting to enjoy this series as much as I did. It is fantasy, it is YA, but I just absolutely loved it. I had such a good time, and I would highly, highly recommend it. It's set on the seas. It's kind of, you know, pirates and dredgers. She's a dredger, so she does diving to find kind of precious gems and coral, all this stuff under the sea, basically. And I just loved her character. She was feisty, and the romance in it was good. I really enjoyed it. So that's another one I would highly recommend. And then I also managed to finish recently a duology, and that's the Gilded duology by Marissa Meyer, and I had to just shout it out because I had such a good time with it. Again, I listened to both of these on audio. The first one is called Gilded, second one is called Cursed. The first one I gave 4.5, and then I gave the second one 5 stars. Just phenomenal. If you love kind of fairy tale retellings, you can probably tell from the name Gilded, this is a Rumpelstiltskin retelling. And how Marissa Myers does her retellings, she's just very clever, and I absolutely love her writing style. Really good. Highly recommend that one as well. Obviously, I'm in the middle of a lot of series. I did a series that I'm in the middle of kind of video, like all of them, the ones that I want to prioritize for this year. I did that video. You can go back and find that. I'm slowly working my way through that. I am currently trying to work my way through my summer TBR. because I got fed up of doing like the monthly TBRs and picking them from the jar that I've got up here. I wanted to kind of mood read a little bit more, so I did like a summer one, so I'm trying to get through that. And then I obviously have just started a new little vlog series for myself called the TBR Graveyard, and we're trying to get through our backlog of TBR books. And then I've also got 26 books on my TBR cart that are going to self-destruct within the next year. So I've got lots of different things that I'm, you know, kind of working on, and you'll see me continue kind of vlogging about as the year goes on. But I just wanted to, I've picked 6 more books. You know, why not make my life a bit more harder? 6 books that I want to prioritize and I want to finish before the year is out. So the first one is Wayward by Amelia Hart. I've seen lots of people read this one recently, and I've heard nothing but good things, so I am really excited to get to this one. I do love kind of witch vibes and, you know, girl power, all that kind of stuff. I love it. So I'm looking forward to that one. And then the other one I would like to finish is the Pumpkin Spice Cafe. The Pumpkin Spice Cafe by Lorelei Gilmore. I am currently in the process of watching the Gilmore Girls for the first time. I'm only like 2 seasons in. I think I'm about to start season 3, and I absolutely love it. So I would like to get that one done. This is the only Grady Hendrix left on my physical TBR that I own that I need to get to, and that's the Final Girl support group. So excited for that one. And then we have The Book of Cold Cases by Simone St. James. I haven't read anything by her yet, or this author should I say, but I'm intrigued because this is my kind of thing, so I'm hoping that I'm gonna love this. Then I also would like to get to Murder in the Family by Cara Hunter. I know a lot of people read this last year, and again, it's meant to be a good one, so I would like to get that one done. And finally, just to finish off this little duology, I would like to get to The Kiss Curse by Erin Sterling, because I did really enjoy the XX. So yeah, those are the 6 books that I would like to have done before the end of the year. That's it from me. I just thought I'd give you my little mid-year update. Why not? Everybody else has been doing it. Thought I'd jump on the bandwagon, and actually it was kind of fun to sit there and kind of work out all the stats and see it all there on paper. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you've enjoyed seeing all my little stats. Let me know down below, you know, how many books have you read so far? How many 5-star reads have you had? Are there any books that you desperately need to prioritize before the end of the year? Just talk to me. I love it. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you for all your support as always. That's it from me, and no doubt I will see you in whatever comes